Today we're going to be rating AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. We're starting with the Loot Mirror. So we're going to draw and discard cards. Black, 3 generic for a 0/6. When Loot Mirror enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. Oh my god, this rat has been stealing the cheese for days. And completely uncontested. At some point, it's supposed to get trapped by that mouse trap. You draw 3 cards? But it's like a wall. Is this fair? I have a feeling this is not fair, but it's like 4 mana at the same time. Remember, we are Wizards R&D. Is this thing printable in an actual Magic the Gathering set, or is this thing like just way too busted? Too early in the morning to evaluate a little rat like this. Just draw 3 cards. Ancestral Recall on a mouse. I think we're gonna have to give the buzzer to this one, just to be safe. I think it's a little bit too ridiculous. But anyway, let's move on. Okay, we got Bella Grot. Blue, 2 generic for a 2/1 human pirate. Whenever you cast a historic spell, copy it for each time you've cast your commander from the command zone this game. What? Whenever you cast a historic spell, oh, I see. So, I guess if you... Oh, God. So, if you cast, for example, I believe a Planeswalker is a historic spell. So, you cast a Planeswalker, you get to copy your Planeswalker for each commander that you've cast. But hold on, you would not keep those Planeswalkers because that is a legendary creature. So you has to be... Hold on, but then, like, what's the point of copying it? You have to just copy the spells? Like, each historic spell is like something legendary, right? What is a historic spell? What is historic MTG? Or a historic spell. A card type or permanent is historic if it has the legendary super type, the artifact card type. Oh, so we could actually make a billion artifacts, or the saga subtype. So we could have, so if legendary is useless, completely useless, but artifacts, useful, very useful. All right, so we can copy 1,000,000 artifacts. We can have 1,000,000 Soul Ring, for example. There's no reason not to have more than 1 Soul Ring. Artifacts are historic. Yeah, historic spells are also artifacts. I don't know. I don't play with any of that historic stuff. I don't even know why they made the weird mechanic. Alright, but still, you need to have cast your commander 1,000,000 times. And for that reason, I actually think this thing can be considered fair. And so it's gonna get the pass. About a bunch of power conduits for your saga deck. That's right. Load it up with the sagas, load it up with artifacts, and we're good to go. Okay, well, next up, we've got the Ambush Dryad. A white-green 4 generic sorcery. What kind of Dryad is this? Sorcery, Brubel 3, then discard a card. Then discard a card. I have no idea what the hell Brubel 3. Is Brubel a real mechanic? You know, sometimes I talk and act as if these mechanics are fake. And then in the comments section, your guys are like, no, that's a real mechanic. That's a commander mechanic. Nikachu, you're a Magic player and you don't know what these mechanics are? No, and not only that, the AI-generated mechanics make things even harder. Brambles plus Bubble equals Brubel. I got a Brubel. Sounds like a fun synergy with Mox Amber. I don't know what Brubel 3 is. But we have to discard a card and discard a card for 6 mana. So I guess this is legal? I guess it's fair? Please. Alright, Tommy says not a mechanic. We're just going to have to assume this is not too busted. Although maybe we should be scared. For all we know, Brubel is like, I don't know, target player loses the game. Then discard a card. Then another target player loses the game. Oh my goodness! This is a cute art. A Haika cameo Elgar Guild Cat's Shaman. Looks like it's more of a samurai than a shaman, but whatever. Oh, but it's a spirit. Black, black, blue, 1 generic for a 1/3 spirit. Flying. Haika Cameo Elgar Guild Cat Shaman enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each time it was kicked, and it has Morsh. Excellent mechanic. I can't tell if Morsh it danger or not. It would be wonderful to sometimes get context to some of these cards. This is not like the most... First off, it looks like it's impossible to kick, so that ability is useless. A 1/3 flyer for 4 mana is also not particularly exciting, but Morsh might be amazing. We need AI-generated beta card. Where like the templating is just awful and weird. Okay, we'll give this a pass. Without any more information, I guess a Haika is gonna be not gonna be too busted. Okay, the Cario Calming, blue 3 generic for a 2/2 spirit vigilance. When Cario Calming enters the battlefield, for each spirit permanent, Cario Calming deals X damage to it, where X is the number of Rebel cards in your library. Is Rebel a creature type? No, I think it is a creature type. It is. The Rebels. Lin Civi. Lin Civi's going to come back. The value of Lin Civi is going to skyrocket. Okay, so it does Vigilance, enters the battlefield for each spirit permanent. Cario Calming deals X damage to it, where X is the number of Rebel cards in my library. So this is so weird. So what do I have to do? Like, reveal my library? Okay, this is all my Rebel cards, and it will deal that much damage to all your spirits. This is absolutely crazy. Rebel will be universes beyond. You can use another text AI and prompt it with keyword as a new mechanic in Magic the Gathering set. Because I don't know any other way to prove that you have Rebel cards in my library, unless it's whatever I can reveal between my hand, the battlefield, and the graveyard. I think all we have to do, we'd have to literally show all the cards in our deck. Shred it. It's a bit stupid for this reason. This card kills its. Oh yeah, it does. Tetra Tim Bowman, you're right. It kills itself if you have more than 2 Rebels in your deck. It's on a kamikaze mission. But it's a spirit anyway, so whatever. It's going... How is spirits alive? I don't understand that flavor. Aren't they ghosts? Aren't they already dead? Should they... I think spirits should technically be the things that have, like, shadow. They cannot block or be blocked. Just trust me, bro. There's enough. I'm gonna deal 20 damage to all your creatures. You know, but can we see your library? No. Just trust me. Trust me, bro. There's enough. But as vigilance, yes. Anyway, I think based on the design, we'll give it the axe, because we do not want to be revealing our entire library to our opponent in order to verify how many Rebels there are in our deck. Alright, Thundermaw Djinn. Or actually, you guys have been getting picky on how I pronounce the Jinn. Okay, so what? Jinn? Thundermaw Djinn. Which it looks more like a dragon. A blue 3 generic. X plus... Sorry, star +1. It's got chaosic cycling. Whatever that means. Thundermaw Djinn's power is equal to the number of attacking creatures. Okay, that is interesting, actually. That is interesting. It's like the creature gets +1/+0 for each creature attacking, but in this case, it's I guess it would effectively be the same thing. It's just worded very differently. Worded differently than it's ever have been in Magic the Gathering. But what's chaosic cycling for a blue and 3 generic? Yeah, going straight into Living End. Going straight into Bant Living End. Need a blue-red Merfolk Goblin deck for it. Print it. So it's a one-time blocker? Oh, yeah, most definitely. Oh, hold on. Oh, that is interesting. You actually made a really good point there. Thundermaw's power is equal to the number of attacking creatures, which can include your opponent's attacking creatures. So let's say they attack. Let's say they attack with one creature. Then this thing's gonna have 1 power. Well, isn't it dead? Oh no, sorry. We have 1 toughness. So if they attack with 2 creatures, then this thing gets 2 power. If they attack with 3 creatures, this thing gets 3 power. I don't understand the second star though. The star isn't influenced by any of the text here. It's a spirit, so it dies to Caro Calming. Yeah, well, the AI has balanced the metagame. It's sky-stalked. The air held her paths. It would stand the same force of them. Wow, that flavor text actually matches what the card does. It would stand the same force of them. Just like how it stands the same force of the attacking creatures. That is pretty deep for that. I'm getting scared that the AI knows what it's doing. The AI, this AI is sentient. Kozilek's Paladin. The hell? Red 1 generic for a Vampire Shaman Scout. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. And it's a 1/1. It's a 1/1 Vampire Scout. This actually seems busted. You, for a fetch land, can kill any 4 toughness creature. But why is Kozilek's Paladin a Vampire Shaman Scout? That is above and beyond strange. Wouldn't it be just like another Eldrazi? Yep, fetch land, machine gun. Or you get out fast bond and completely blow them away as well. It's lurking Chupacabra from Zendikar. Broken for a 2-drop. Well, you can't do anything yet. Royal Assassin Landfall Edition. Creature type and name works. Vampires worship them and fell for them, but the color is wrong. There were red vampires out there, but I think the red vampires were on Innistrad, which the Eldrazi did go to, so I think the color is actually quite fine. It's another Kozilek, not the Eldrazi one. Oh, is it? There's two Kozileks? Oh, your name is Kozilek? Well, my name is also Kozilek. What a coincidence. Eldrazi in disguise, that's possible. Make it legal, but only for Boomer Jund. I think this thing is... Okay, are we going to print this or what? I think it's busted, actually. I think this is incredibly busted. It is really weak, though. It's a 1/1 for 2 mana, which is pretty terrible by today's standards. But if you don't kill this thing, it just wipes out your opponent's board. And imagine this with Wrenn and 6. You just repeatedly just chew off your opponent's, like... You'd never beat this with Wrenn and 6. Yeah. Now that I said the word Wrenn and 6, it's going to get the big buzzer. This is completely outrageously broken. Yeah, banned day 1, says John Smith. Wrenn and 6 has its lunch. I mean, if Wrenn and 6 isn't already banned, this would get Wrenn and 6 banned. And I still think it would be pretty busted after that. Alright, Jade Keeper. Blue-white 1 generic for a 1/1 human wizard. It's got double strike. It better, because it's only 1/1. Creatures with flying have haste. And whenever one or more artifact creatures you control die, add a white. That seems pretty fair. It also seems like a combo piece, right? To some sort of... Well, I don't know. There's... Maybe not. It's be hard to use, like, sack the artifact creatures, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to figure out how to sack the artifact creatures if such a thing could exist. Does anyone know how to break this card? Because at the moment, it just looks like an incredibly fair card. It's like a blue fencing ace. Ornithopter Tribal. There's a good chunk of, like, I don't know, maybe affinity creatures and are not couldn't abuse this. KCI seems easy. Yeah, well, that deck doesn't exist anymore. Mirror Retriever. Oh, maybe finally the mirrors can make some use out of this card. All right, you think about that one. Keep thinking about the Jade Keeper, but right now we gotta think about our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com. What is the deal of the week this week? There's always a new deal of the week every single week. And the deal of the week this week is Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Singles and Sealed product 15% off. You always got to check in on FusionGamingOnline.com to see what new deal of the week they have. My favorite local game store. And if you want to support the channel and also save even more money on your purchases, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off everything you buy, and it supports the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online, and your ability to play all the decks. You know how I made the top 8 at Magic 30? It's because I was playtesting on Magic Online. I playtested all the cards. I knew Subtlety and Harbinger was best for the deck. And you can playtest as well when you're using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_RUE. All right, now back to the craziness that is AI generated Magic cards. We print this or what? Sell out? Oh, you don't know the beginning of it. Nikachu this month is gonna sell out big time. You're gonna love how much I sell out this month. Cool card. Maybe a Bomb in Ravnica set. It's possible. Do you feel like an American after living here for so long? Not really. It feels like Canada, but you guys have more restaurants. You guys have, I don't know, Sonic, whatever. I didn't feel like I was missing anything. You guys want to print it? All right, we print it. Power to the people. Well, we're gonna print the Jade Keeper. And we got a nice, lovely forest here. A lovely full art forest. Commander Wolf. Aye, aye, Commander. A white 3 generic 3/3 Wolfie, or no 3/3 no creature type. Okay, there. Flying. Whenever an opponent draws a card, if Commander Wolf is tapped, you may return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. It's funny, it says Commander Wolf, but has no creature type. Whenever an opponent draws a card, if Commander Wolf is tapped, you may return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. That is good! That is quite good in any enchantment deck. Just get in there, just attack the player that has no creatures on the battlefield. Alright, it's tapped, and your opponent has to draw cards. And then you just bring back everything from your graveyard back to your hand. This is incredible. It's a good boy. An excellent boy. Print him. That's broken. Is it broken? Sounds like good value. Definitely a Wolf Pegasus. This is my card. What is going on with his front legs? Nothing. I think their legs are fine, but the thing has like a one wing, furry wing coming out of his side and one furry wing coming out of his butt. That's what's going on here in the picture, but the legs seem okay, I think. Nothing too crazy. The only crazy thing is the wing coming out of the butt, which must make it very awkward to fly. Very awkward. But it does have flying, so it works. Actually, it has flying, so it has evasion, which makes this ability even better. Tetra Tim Bauman says, that's kind of broken. It should say draws second card. Otherwise, it's just always triggers on opponent's draw step. That's the point. What enchantments are we bringing back every single time? Force Field? This could actually make Enchantress pretty cool. Print it. I have seen dogs and the front right leg is broken. I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Or is this like this left leg is supposed to be back further or something? Isn't the butt wing its tail? No, I think this is the tail, and this is the butt wing. For once, they make like a decent card, but the AI art is a little bit bizarre. It's just running, yo. Oh, can we bring Urza's Saga every single time? It's an enchantment. Oh my god, that's fantastic. Get to recycle that thing again and again. It has haste on a Jade Keeper deck, so extra value. It's funny how the AI stuff has a lot of synergy. All right, we're going to print this one. Commander Wolf! Aye, aye, Commander. What is this? Wespian Trap, Discords. Okay, so this is actual, it's just alternate art. Webzian Trap. It's a land. Enters the battlefield tapped. You can tap to add green, green, or a single white. What? I can add a double green off of this thing? We don't even need to go any far. This is busted. This is absolutely busted. In exchange for the land coming into play tapped 1 turn, you get 2 green. This will instantly go an amulet. I think. Probably. Don't have to return anything back to their hand. Okay, green, red, Wesbian Trap becomes a 2/5 green Tree Folk Warrior creature until end of turn. And it becomes a creature. This is broken. I think the AI misspelled lesbian. Yes, I dig the art. It's not even legend. Yeah, it's not legend. You can have a million of these on the battlefield. Search your library for like millions of these cards. Not only a double land, it's also a dual land and a man land. It's got everything. Now I want to design a land that's actually acceleration just to see if it could, if you could balance it. Like if this could have had a downside somewhere on it, like you take 3 damage or something. But even then, I think this is above and beyond pretty busted. Shred, it danger. I agree with her, Fang. Nice tan, by the way, Nikachu. Oh, you're whoops. Nice tan, by the way. Oh, you're welcome. I wish I didn't have this thing here, though. This is gonna be awkward making videos with this. I prefer to be more pale. Or more, I don't know, the sun, but I need the sunglasses. The sun hits my eyes. As it hits everyone. Bad, doesn't have Morsh. It definitely a danger. Alright. Okay, goodbye. Webzian Trap. Two mana off of 1 land. Get out of here. Eviscerate. Green, green, instant. You gain 3 life. Then if an opponent controls more lands than you, you may return Eviscerate to its owner's hand. Seems fair to me. It's like this is the most honest card I've ever seen the AI generate. And you can just constantly gain 3 life if you don't want to do anything else. Card native exists. Well, that it goes against the rules. Eviscerate. Eviscerate. It does exist. All right, and for that, you know what we do there? We have to say no. You can't. The rules are you can't have the same card name. That can't already have been done. All right, well, fair card, bad name. Moving on. Sideboard versus Burn. Would it work? I don't know. Because Burn doesn't usually have a whole lot of lands in front of them anyway. They eviscerated that fruit. Fruit is good. It gains you life. Okay, Grim Shaman. Red, red, black for 1/3 human cleric. It's like, you know, it's like... It's very weird. The AI very often puts in the name a creature type. Then you go to the actual creature type and you don't see that creature type there. Okay, Morbid. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. That's when a creature dies, correct? At the beginning of your upkeep. So if something died, I don't know if it's... I can't remember if it's you or somebody else. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. Which actually sounds broken. And when Grim Shaman dies, exile it and draw cards equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. Holy moly! You could definitely gain a lot of life in some sort of vampire deck. Sack this to the vampire, and then gain 1 billion cards. Broken and a half. Morbid doesn't work because you can't answer before that trigger. You can't answer? I don't understand. Morbid is, does it die? What is morbid? Like when the actual thing dies? You would have to kill a creature before your upkeep. At the beginning? Oh, I see. So, like, Morbid would... Let's say we kill something on our turn. Then the ability goes away by the time that we reach our next turn's upkeep. And we can't play... We actually can't technically play anything before the upkeep. That's impossible. It would be better worded as at the beginning of your next upkeep, draw a card. Instead of, like, at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. I think it's end step. No, I don't. It won't work. Sack in response to trigger. Morbid isn't a keyword and has no mechanical meaning on this card. It doesn't? I swear it does. I could be wrong. Morbid keyword MTG. No, it's an ability. Morbid is an ability word introduced in Innistrad. It signals that a spell or ability has different effects, additional effects, or may be used if a creature has died earlier in the same turn. It's a real card. Come on, now people are confusing. So let's remove the morbid ability, and this is okay, but it still could be broken. The death effect, though. Anyway, it's maybe it don't danger, but it don't make sense. So it ain't getting printed. Wizard of the Coast goes like, how do you trigger Morbid? You don't! I just put it there for fun! Alright, Hero of Dawn. Blue, 1 generic for a 2/2 skeleton. We're bringing skeletons back. There were plenty in beta. I saw them. Whenever you cast a spirit or arcane spell, create a 2/2 plains all artifact creature token named Waveling Grand with base power and toughness 0/1. You just told me it was a 2/2. And now it's a 0/1? Or is the name 2/2 Plains All Artifacts? Or sorry, I'm going to put a creature in play named 2/2 Plains All, and it's got base power and toughness 0/1. That's the only way I can interpret this card. Yeah, it's a 2/2. No, its name is 2/2. As far as I'm concerned. Show the token? Oh yeah, let's see what the token is. Okay, they usually have tokens here. Oh, they don't have a token this time. Must go deeper. Is there a token printed in here? No. How lame. They usually have the token. The token would explain everything. This card did break me. A Plains All Artifact. The name is Waveling Grand with base power and toughness 0/1. Oh, that's true. No, it is a 2/2 Plains All Artifact creature token, and then it's named Waveling Grand with base power and toughness 0/1. It doesn't make any damn sense. Yeah, too confusing, Shred. I agree. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. The artist formerly named as Waveling Grand and has base toughness as 0/1. This would be good if it made a spirit. Yeah, for all the spirit cards that we've seen today. Okay, Tavran's Brawl. We've got a white 3 generic sand sorcery. Whatever. It's really dry. Must be dry and hot over there. Replicate for a black and a green. Target player discards 2 cards. It doesn't seem on flavor, but it seems fine. Format, it makes someone discard 2 cards, actually. Oh yeah, Pocket Sand. Pocket Sand. Shh. Pocket Sand. Pocket Sand the card. Oh, this one is spicy. You like this? You like this card? And it looks like it could be Pocket Sand. And they did a... I guess Tavaran likes to keep sand in his pockets. It's bad. It's a fair card. It's a sorcery sand. A white, it's fair, I guess. Yes. And I think it's flavorful too. I think we can print this thing. Dude, casting this must be a sandwich. I'll show myself out. Ah, a sandwich. Sandwich. I did have to process that for a second. All right, we're weird but neat card. Got Swamp. Okay, Hand of Skemfar. I want to say there was an AI generated card called Skemfar or something. 3 mana for a 1/2 artifact creature construct. Flying. When Hand of Skemfar becomes tapped or a permanent you control dies, you can pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. This sounds broken. If you have something like creatures can be tapped for mana, then it sounds like you could just tap them. Whenever Hand of Skemfar becomes tapped or another permanent you control dies. Oh, it doesn't work. Actually, it doesn't work the way I was thinking about. Only if this thing becomes tapped or another permanent you control dies, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. I'm sure there's some way to break this, though. I have not a clue how. 7 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can never have enough fingers. The 7-fingered man. Oh, Intruder Alarm do it? Herald King of Skemfar from Kaldheim. Herald, I want to see Herald King of Skemfar. So this is the guy. It doesn't look like he has 7 fingers, but I guess he does in some capacity. Or maybe he lost his hand and then had this mechanical hand to replace it. The Hand of Skemfar. As long as you have mana open, the tokens being killed will trigger and you can just pay to replace them. I guess that's all it does. Or there's probably some way... Okay, I think I found how to break this. You need to have some card in play that lets you sacrifice creatures for mana, and then you need another card in play that like triggers on ETB. So you just keep sacking the creatures that died, and then you get a mana from that whatever card that we have in play, and then you pay the 1 to create another soldier, and then you have infinite soldiers. You made that card up, didn't you? No, that's a real card. The Hand of Skemfar, on the other hand, I don't know. Yeah, Ashnod's Altar. Getting excited. The Altar of Brood. Just use Urza works too. Is this an artifact? No, it's not an artifact. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. They're not artifacts, so you can't use Urza. Urza would tap them for mana. It's a clockwork you wouldn't understand unless you own 100 copies of Bottle Gnomes. It's a clock? What time is it? You know what time it is? It's time to accept the card. Alright, it's gonna work out. I don't know how to break it, but you know what? If it's a combo piece with at least 2 other cards, who cares? There's a million combo pieces out there. Okay, Prey. For a blue 3 generic instant, at the beginning of the Horde's pre-combat main phase, whatever the hell that means, reveal an additional card from the top of the Horde's library. The Horde casts that card and draw a card. Otherwise, mill 4 cards, you gain 2 life. Well, why would they decline drawing the card? Will Anderson is like, laugh my ass off. What the F is this art? It's a creature horde. It's like a horde of cats and some other unrecognizable creatures in the backyard, in the background. What is the Horde? I don't know. Yeah, for the Horde. Who's the Horde? Who is the Horde? What's the Horde? Why is the Horde? Beginning of the Horde's pre-combat main phase, reveal an additional card from the top of the Horde's library. Maybe it's like, what's that band mechanic in Pauper? Like you become... Oh, we got Robert with the Robert with the super chat. Thank you so much. Prey feels like an alternate asymmetric game mode like Hydra or Conspiracy. That's possible. Yeah, it like I guess someone is the Horde in the game. I want to say it's something like What's that popper mechanic where you get the Monarch? Yeah, if you're the Monarch. It's like at the beginning of the Monarch's pre-combat main phase, but in this case, you're the Horde. AI is getting lazy. Wizards of the Coast about to hire it. This one seems to have fallen victim to AI nonsense. It's unworkable. If it's an instant, it should say until end of turn when X happens, or just kind of breaks the game like an emblem. This card basically says, blue, blue, 3 instant, mill 4 cards, gain 2 life. Well, in that case, we're not going to print it. Horde will be a new feature in 2050, similar to Plane Chase. We just have to wait for it to happen. Alright. Skaked Drunk. A blue 2 generic 2/4 zombie nightmare. That's a pretty creepy photo. It's a pretty creepy image. Flying Exalted, which is not bad for a 2/4, and a blue and a red until end of turn. Skake Drunks has a base power and toughness 1/1. Why? Why would you want to make it smaller? I guess protect it from some spells that need to target, like, stuff with a power of 2 or greater. Welcome, Gleb. Has activated ability to play around in Snaring Bridge. Yes! Yes, it does. I don't know if it needs it. Escape removal. There are some things that are like destroy all creatures in play with power like 3 or more, and maybe there's some with 2 or more, and so you can like basically you can make this thing tiny in response. In response, I become useless. Great way of putting it, John. I suppose it does dodge some niche removal. Decent stat. It is pretty good. It's a flying. It's basically a 3/5 for 3 mana that actually could see play in Modern maybe. Before every deck has 15 companions, 30 stickers, 25 emblems, and start and play, and 11 conspiracies. Nightmare creature, weird ability. I say print it. Yeah, only in response. It's basically a ledger shredder with with a downside that costs 1 more. In some sense, yes, but it costs 3 mana for it. What was the sponsor to rent cards? Mana Traders. It's a rare question. You guys want to hear more about my sponsors, and don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu_RUE. You get that 10% off. You could also just check out any of my videos. I have millions of videos about this. Alright, anyway, I don't think it's broken, so we might as well print it. Seems fine. Oh, the Horde! Maybe we're gonna find out what the Horde is. Horde of Resurgence. A green 2 generic instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If this spell was kicked, those creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. That is interesting. So it's actually a pump spell that can also be turned into a removal spell. Target creature it's an insane limited card. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If the spell was kicked, those creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Or does it do nothing? Would it have to say -2/-2 instead? Yeah, it doesn't say instead, so in the end it just does absolutely nothing. Grossly overpriced to do absolutely nothing. Whoops, we did nothing. It doesn't do anything if it's kicked. I'm gonna spend 5 mana, give this creature 0/0. It gives +2/+2 if not kicked. That's true. That's its bonus. It says if it was kicked, those creatures. As if we could target more than one thing with this thing. Target creature gets +2/+2. I guess you could kick it and then, I don't know, replicate it against a bunch of other creatures. I'm confused if it does nothing or what. I think it does nothing because I think what's going to end up happening is it's going to give +2/+2 to the creature, and then it's simultaneously going to give -2/-2, so it cancels each other out. When you want to pump a creature but change your mind... When you want to pump a creature but you want to change your mind halfway through. You know what? I don't want to do it. How is the It Danger merch going? It's coming along. Merch is on the way. I actually... Oh, that's one thing. Hold on. Where's my playmat? Give me a second. Where's my playmat? Oh, I put it away. I put it away. Sorry. I'll have to show it to you another day. But I got to play test with my playmat at Magic 30 for the first time. And it will be available, I don't know, soon enough. Okay, this card is useless. Moving on. Let's move on to something busted. That's what we're all here for. The ridiculous busted cards. Okay, so a blue-white 1 generic for a 1/2 Snake Sphinx that's named Surlaka the Ogpeter. It's got Trample for a 1/2. Okay, buddy. You're very ambitious there. At the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 black Fakra Rogut creature token with Vigilance. You can pay green 5 generic for Monstrosity 5, and as long as Surlaka the Oak Peter is monstrous, it has flying. I don't like it. I don't care. I don't like this card. It's pretty stupid. Okay, we got the Hood Parulist. A green 2 generic for a 2/2 Thrall. Pay 2 mana. Hood Parulist becomes a 2/2 green tree folk creature with haste. And it's still a land. So it basically changes its creature type for 2 mana. And it becomes a sneaky land in the process. Whenever you cast a spirit or arcane spell, copy that spell or ability, unless any player pays 2. What the F? And Vigilance. Sacrifice a creature, target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Holy moly! This card slaps. Maybe this card It Danger. It's a... Oh, what are you talking about? The last card. The tree is a person, and the hooded figure is 3 trees in disguise. What type of mana does the land tap for? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to tap for mana. It could be like Tabernacle. It's a land, but doesn't tap for mana. Oh yes, all the green spirits. Thralls and the tree folk and the spirit and arcane. It's all coming together. 2 broken! Both the duplicate and the sacrifice creature are extremely powerful in their own right. And then Adoc says, fair, print it, I win. Is there I have no idea how to break this, but it looks like it could be broken. Sack a creature, target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Off color in a spirit deck, so it's somewhat fair. There are green spirits out there. There's a lot of green spirits. There's not as many as the blue and white spirits, but they exist out there. Today I learned Urborg and Yavimaya can be played in colorless commander decks. Is that true? Doesn't make any sense to me. Land isn't mana, you noob. Sack 2 creatures. It's an 8/8 with potential haste. That's kind of brutal / fair. But you need, can we sack, is this thing a sack outlet itself? Oh, it is. Sack a creature. I think this is broken. I genuinely think this thing is broken. Has Strangleroot Geist feels. It's got a lot of stuff going for it. It doesn't have haste unless you have 6 mana. They don't tap for mana, they just change all the land types. Anyway, I don't think this is gonna pass. I have a feeling it's broken. Well, hello there, Elvish Diver. The creature type is a Drake. What the hell? Okay, white 2 generic, 3/3 for this Drake that's called Elvish Diver. Flash flying, and a white and 1 generic. Switch the power of target creature you control. To what? Switch it? Alright, well, Can I just name something arbitrary? Can I just name 20? Can we just make it anything? Yeah, switch it to whatever you want. Okay, this the power is gonna be 40. I attack, you're dead. All right, good game. Oh, I guess they just had Elvish Diver. Damn it, Elvish Diver again. That's magic. Just switch the power. Switch the power of target creature you control. Or does it mean switch the power of power and toughness of a creature? Which in this case it would switch the 3/3 into a 3/3. I think the AI wants it to switch it to this creature. Pretty cool though, since that's flash. Switch the power of target creature you control. Switch the power of target creature you control. To what though? Cheeky elves, very cheeky. Switch it with the money in my bank account. Wait, that's lower than 3. Oh my. I want to say it was something like maybe it was switch the power and toughness. Jeff, I want to say it meant to do that. Which in that case, it doesn't do much with Elvish Diver. Cheeky Drake. Another victory for the Elvish Drake switch deck. Switch target creature's power. Or switch with this card. Anyway, I don't know exactly what the context is. So we just have to say it doesn't work. Lapath, the Kayla machine. For a green and 1 generic, 2/2, we have a Phyrexian Horror Mantisaur. Is that a creature type? What's a Mantisaur? When Lapath Kayla machine enters the battlefield, create a token that's a copy of target land you control. It actually seems fair. It's actually some weird form of ramp, actually. And it's legendary. So you have a green 1 generic, 2/2. Enters the battlefield. You just basically, like, ramped into something. It's like a creature that creates... Do we have anything like this? I don't think we do. This might be the first type of creature that also ramps you at the same time. Usually you have to sack the creature to get the ramp. Or you get a creature and you have to put the land from your hand onto the battlefield. This is the first time we have a creature. Reasonable creature, too. Like, Grizzly Bear that copies your lands is not bad. Will a token of a legendary land become a legendary token? Yes. It probably would be legendary, so you can't keep them both. So you have to copy, like, basic land, tropical island, I don't know, Mutavault, creature lands. Wait, depths? You can break this with depths, you think? This card could help. Oh, yes, you could. Because it won't come into play with the... I don't think it would come into play with the counters. If anyone confirmed that. I don't think you can get it in turn 2. I think it would be turn 3, because Merit Lage doesn't add any mana. I mean, unless you, I don't know, turn 1 Soul Ring, turn 2 Dark Depths, I guess. And then play this. So that's possible. But in Commander, that would be fair. 20/20, who cares? No big deal. You got 40 life. Read the flavor text, Nikachu. The gift of mindlessness time, if they unbecome a teleporcent, but seemed by promise to your. There is no legion of a lig Nizard aside, be seen answers. Well said. Create a copy of Wesbian Trap, says Type Login. Thank you so much for the super chat. Depths doesn't work, silly. Why not? So the idea is to copy Dark Depths. Enters the battlefield with 10 ice counters on it. Oh, maybe it won't work because this still would make a... This would still be a land that comes into play, right? Like, the reason Thespian Stage works is it's already in play. So maybe this won't work with, So create a token. That's a... Yeah, it would still... It's still going to come into play, and it's still going to come and play with all the counters. So it won't be a 20/20. Yeah, just like Squid Flame says. Dark Depths enters the battlefield with 10 ice counters on it, and it wouldn't break it? I don't think it would break it, yeah. You copy stage? Well, then you have a stage in play already. What do you need this guy for? I think this is cool. I think this is a cool card. I think we can print this card. I think this is very interesting design space that hasn't been attempted yet. And if you like copy legendary lands, then boom, goodbye. Poof goes your land. No land anymore. Okay, we've got the Cheon of the Night Lift. I wanted to say they were going to say Night Life, but it's Night Lift. For a green 4 generic, it's a 3/3 Dryad. Discard a card, draw a card. Holy moly! This is like... this is very similar to the Azami and Mind Over Matter combo in one card. Yeah, draw your deck. This is completely broken. Absolutely broken. Broken. Print it! Some people want this card. Like, basically, anyone can draw, like, through their entire deck to find exactly what they wanted. Yeah, no activation restriction. This is literally the Azami Mind Over Matter combo in a single card, and it's even a bigger creature. What would be a fair cost? Well, any mana. Like, 1 mana would at least not make this go infinite. Let me find any specific answer I want real quick. Well, so long as you haven't discarded already. 3 words, Golgari Grave Troll. Oh yeah, that would work too. That'd be crazy. Can you kill someone with Dredge in, can you win the game with Dredge in Commander? Is that possible? Dustin Barnes with the super chat. Thanks so much. This card gave me stank face. So it was like something like... Shamus wants this printed. Some people just want to see the world burn. Works great with omnipotence. Are you saying you mean omniscience? Works great with omnipotence. I don't know if that's a card. Major Armstrong says needs to say if you draw a land card in this way, exile Cheon of the Night Lift. Well, like in that case, you have to reveal all your cards. Oh yeah, great Thassa's Oracle combo. Basically, every green deck would just play Thassa's Oracle. Play this card, get it onto the battlefield. You have 2 cards in hand. Just keep discarding cards till you find Thassa's Oracle and then discard the rest. Yeah, same thing with Laboratory Maniac as well. Dies to bolt. Therefore, it must be fair. The text should be, when Cheon of Nightlift enters the battlefield, you win the game. Well, that's effectively what it is. Anyway, so we can't... This is going to get the major buzzer. Too powerful. Too powerful to have these abilities on one card. Alright, moving on. Vexing Bone Mutation. A white, 1 generic. For a 2/3 human soldier, first strike. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, if an opponent controls more lands than you, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. You can also pay 5 mana, put a +1/+1 counter on Vexing Bone Mutation. This is the most fair card we've seen all day. Most fair card. Actually, look, it almost makes me scared. It's like the AI didn't even make this thing. If an opponent controls more lands than you, search your library for a basic land, put on the battlefield, tap. That's great. Fair card, print it. Basically Chandra. I don't know what that means. Don't know how it's Chandra at all. Print it, pretty good. Seems fair, seems good. Print it, I guess. Broken Ether Vial. Oh, broken with Ether Vial? Well, whatever. Put in the next, I don't know. Death and Tax. I don't even think Death and Taxes would play this card. Young in the Sea. Oh, it's a saga. Okay, for 1 white. Chapter 0 apparently is whenever you cast a spell, target player mills 2 cards. What the hell does this mean? How do we get this one to go off? Does this make sense? I don't know if I've ever seen a saga that didn't have a chapter near it. So when does this trigger? And then we have a chapter 1, create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. And then chapter 2, put a counter on target creature you control. Right, you little sapperling creature token. Guess what, buddy? You're gonna be a 2/2 now. You're graduating. Oh, they grow up so quickly. It's active when you play it. That's a permanent effect. Whenever you cast... Oh, I see. Okay, so whenever you cast a spell, target player mills 2 cards. Seems fine. I don't know if anyone would ever want to play this card anywhere. Young in the Sea. And I don't see how it has anything to do with the art. The art and the card makes no sense whatsoever. Unless someone can explain the flavor. It's a static effect, like Planeswalkers for War of the Spark, or any other enchantment for that matter. Millstorm. But you still destroy it after 2 turns. Absolutely. You'd mill yourself with some Cheerios combo. Reminder text isn't rules text, so it never advances chapters. So that passive is the only effect it has. Play it with the wolf that returned your enchantment from the graveyard. Aha! That's right. You guys. You're always thinking. You're always thinking of the synergy between all the AI-generated cards. It's a small sapperling seed that was milled in the ocean. It grows a bit. All right. I love it. Love that flavor. Makes sense to me. Anything can grow in the water. I don't know if sapperlings like salt water, but, you know, whatever. Oh, who says it's salt water? Oh, we got Hand of Empires. That is a pretty kick-ass name for a black sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, pay 3 life. Destroy all creatures. What? Get out of here! 1 mana, destroy all the creatures? Oh yeah, that's fair. Just pay 3 life. And boom, goes everything. Dear Lord, shred it. It's a board wipe. Print. Jeez. Epic art. It is epic. It's a great art. It's a great name. It's the Hand of Empires. I say you're all dead. Insanely fair card. Print. I hate losing to creatures. Now that Meat Hook is gone, we need this. It danger. Oh, this one it danger. Destroy 1 creature would be fair. No, well, it's for one mana. Destroy 1 creature. We always destroy 1 creature. Could destroy a lot of creatures for 1 black mana. If it was you lose 3 life for each creature destroyed this way. Oh, that would be even more yeah, that would be more balanced. Grows Death Shadow, but also kills your Death Shadow. $20 out of 10 artwork, though. It is a great artwork. It's a very pretty card. But it danger, so maybe shred. Oh, is it really actually that broken? 1 black, pay 3 life. In 1-on-1, this would not be... It probably is still broken, but... Interesting flashback with Snapcaster Mage. It's just as good as Snuff Out. Well, if not better. Okay, everyone is like, shred. We're shredding this thing. Alright, well, I'm not going to convince you guys. It's gone. We're shredding the Hand of Empires. 2 grand for our blood. 2 grand. Pain! I have a feeling Magic probably already has a card named Pain out there. A red instant. Target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. You may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. Okay. At first, I thought it was going to be something like, you may cast that card without paying mana on it. You may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. It actually is an interesting card, and I think it would also bring much pain to a player. Pain/pleasure, maybe. Red Thoughtseize. That you get to use, and you get to keep the spell. Hand interruption for red. That art is me when my opponent casts Pain against me and takes my condition. This is a hilarious card, albeit a bit of a out of color for mono red. Can you cast it in response to your opponent trying to cast it? No. No. Once something's on the stack, it's on the stack. And it's... Oh, yeah, it's instant speed! Is it until end of turn? You may choose an online card from it. You may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. It would seem, as worded, you could just do it perpetually so long as it's in their hand. Yeah, instant speed, show hand. Oh, but you know what's interesting? If you don't cast the spell, they get to keep it. So you don't actually Thoughtseize it. You choose a non-land card from it. You may cast that card. So if you play this early, it does nothing. You could use it as like a peak, an instant speed peak. It's very interesting design space. It's interesting because if you don't cast the card, they don't discard it. You get to keep the card if you don't cast it. I think we can print this card. We're keeping it. Everyone's going to feel the pain of pain. And you heard the music. That's going to be it. Oh, there we go. That's it for Coffee and MTG today. Oh, what a weird set of cards that we saw today. And as usual, and we're going to be consistent now. There's no more vacation. I'm back to the home base of the Nikachu Empire here at Winnipeg, Manitoba. And we'll be making sure that we do this Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks, everyone, for your super chats and supporting the channel. Also, thank you very much, everyone who's become a member. Lets me know you love Coffee and MTG. The coffee crew is strong, and I gotta be here for my coffee crew. But most importantly, thank you, coffee crew, because without you, I've got no show. You guys are what makes the show. You find all the interactions, how to make sure that how all these AI-generated cards it danger. So keep brewing up those coffees, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.